want to go to Bloomberg's Matt Miller, who's in Texas, to talk about Texas. This is not a state that people in the past or for years has thought would be decisive. Now it's probably one of the most watched states of the whole night.
Oh, absolutely, Joe. You know, to be honest with you, I can't believe we're actually sitting here talking about this, but I moved to Texas about 2 months ago, and if you would have told me that Texas would have been in play in August, I would have laughed. But it's very much in play. The voter turnout is huge. It's big today, and it's playing on both sides. It's really a toss-up, sort of on the ground. You see a lot of Trump supporters with flags and driving their pickup trucks around, but then you see this sort of quiet Biden turnout that's sort of percolating on the ground.
So, Matt, so with regards to, I guess, the general idea here is that Texas could potentially go blue. That's sort of been the talk here. I've also seen some reports here that certain counties have actually extended voting because of the massive turnout here. What do we know about that, and when do we think we'll start to see the results for Texas trickle in?
So that is true. That's what we're hearing locally, that some polling stations are going to stay open a little bit later. There was a judge this afternoon that told people in Harris County, which is where Houston is, to check the post office to make sure that all the absentee ballots or mail-in ballots that had been sent in were actually sent and processed on Election Day, which is Texas law. It was expected that it would come out in the 8 p.m. hour. That you would see Texas votes. Might be a little later than that, but Texas has a good reputation of getting their vote out that night, so we should know the result tonight.
Matt, talk to us about the demographics that are at play here, why there is this expectation, if not this year, then certainly in 4 years' time, the crescendo of blue votes will come in.
You certainly see a lot of people coming to Texas, as they do to Florida, because of the no-tax environment, the pro-business environment. A lot of companies are moving here. A lot of families are moving here for more space, for bigger houses. The pandemic certainly had a role to play in a lot of people's moves here. Anecdotally, you see these folks all over the place. And certainly people from California, people from New York, people from traditionally blue states moving to Texas because their companies have asked them to. You can certainly see that trend towards the blue wave.
So, Matt, obviously you're a journalist and therefore completely non-biased and no preference, but basically it's people like you, therefore, that's changing the political complexion of the state.
Yeah, very much so. Or certainly transplants from other states, east and western, both the coasts, certainly play into that. And you know, when you go out and you talk to people at the supermarket, at the store, at the schools, you very much get that sense. And, you know, the people from the East Coast and the West Coast are sort of quiet about it at first, because there are a lot of ardent Republican people as well.
And so with regards to, I mean, getting beyond just the presidential race here, I mean, are there any sort of local elections within the state that folks have sort of really been focused on?
There's a Senate seat that is up for grabs, John Cornyn's seat, which is up for grabs. That's the one that pretty much any commercial break in the early morning news cycle or in the afternoon news cycle, him versus MJ Hagar, who's the Democrat running against him, you know, ardent supporter of President Trump. She's on the ballot. They've spent a lot of money on that campaign. Yeah, it's something to watch out for tonight.
I mean, Cornyn's been around for a while, though, right? I mean, he's kind of
a long time. You know, a serious red member of the Senate.
Yeah.